our notes today, we're going to be talking about the quadratic formula. So if we want to try to find the x-intercepts of a graph, but the quadratic function is unfactorable, meaning we can't use the box method, then we can use the quadratic formula to find the x-intercepts, which is where a parabola touches the x-axis. So the quadratic formula is what you see below, and we're going to use this to factor this problem, or to find the x-intercepts. So the first step is to put the equation into standard form. So right now we have some variables on the right and the left. I want to move everything to the left-hand side. So I bring 2x squared down. Negative 4x minus 2x is negative 6x. 3 plus nothing is just 3. So we've now put everything in standard form. Now we're going to identify our a, b, and c. A is 2, b is negative 6, c is 3. Our third step is to substitute the values into the quadratic formula. So the first thing we're substituting is our b. So there's a negative in the formula, but the 6 is also negative, so make sure to account for both. B squared, our b is negative 6, so negative 6 squared, minus 4 times a times c. Minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 3. I'm going to put those in parentheses so I remember to multiply. Everything will be all over 2 times the value of a, and our a value is 2. We're going to solve everything inside the radical first. So if we were to simplify the negative and the negative, that would give us positive 6 plus minus negative 6 squared. Well, negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. Negative 4 times 6 is 24, all over 2 times 2, which is 4. We're now going to subtract the 36 and the 24, which gives us 12, and we have simplified everything inside of the radical. We're now going to simplify the radical if possible, so this will require us to use prime factorization. Well, I know that 3 times 4 and 2 times 2 are prime factors of 12, which means I can take out one of the 2's and the 3 stays inside. So we're left with 6 plus minus 2 square root 3 all over 4. We're now going to simplify the fraction outside of the radical if possible. So I'm going to break this up into 2 fractions, 6/4 and 2/3 over 4. 6 over 4 could be reduced to 3 over 2, and 2 over 4 can be reduced to 1 over 2. So our final answer is 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 all over 2. Now our last and final step is to find both of the x-intercepts. So one of our answers is going to use the positive, and the other one is going to use the negative. So for the positive answer, which is 3 plus root 3 over 2, we are going to get make sure to put everything in parentheses. .37. And for the minus, 3 minus root 3 over 2. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, but make this a minus sign. 3 minus square root of 3. Close the parentheses on the parentheses for the radical. Close the parentheses for the entire numerator, divided by 2, enter, and we get 0.63. Which means these are our two x-intercepts. So I'm going to write those over here a little more clearly. We have 0.630 and 2.37, 0.